down this blank, pale, emotionless face. Blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
Such sights to show you. We'll tear your soul apart.
Just in the middle of a dream, I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, 'cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. It was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to run late. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
What was that?
I have no fucking clue.
Somebody step on a duck over there? What the hell, man?
Huh?
Somebody step on a duck?
No.
Welcome. God damn it, welcome to another Monday Maniacs from Death Curse Society. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening out there. Thoughts especially to those in Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri, that whole stretch of 200 miles of just straight carnage, it seems like up there. Big thoughts to you guys up there. If you're in the path or close to the path, hope you guys are well. Good Lord. Colonel, how close was that to you?
Luckily not very close. The worst
Okay.
we've had where I'm at is my electric went out midstream Saturday morning. I was getting ready for work.
Wait,
Yeah.
midstream? Why were you... that kind of stream.
Didn't miss.
You and me go pissing in the dark. All right. Fair enough. The Michigan was far out of the reach of that. Normally, Oklahoma is the target for tornadoes, but nothing really heavy down here. I think Arkansas was the closest it really got. But man, have you seen some of that footage? It's a mess, dude. That's entire towns are gone.
We were watching the news tonight, though. The nightly news, the national, and it's blocks, entire small cities gone. The wind did get crazy up here. I mean, we've got 2 telephone poles, light poles, electrical poles out there. They're leaning. They had to come out and they braced them. You know what I mean? But
you poor thing, leaning electrical poles.
Well, I mean, if it does go down, it could fall fucking tonight, and it's over tonight. But yeah, I'm not saying I'm bitching about it. I'm just saying the wind was kicking hard, and we just didn't get the swirly death involved that came around Kentucky.
Yeah. So our thoughts go out to you guys if you were in the path or are dealing with that aftermath, even if it's family, friends, anything like that. Thoughts out to you guys for that. And, let's get away from the serious shit. Colonel, how was your week?
Uh-oh. It was a week, we'll just say that. What do you want me to say? I fucking worked. I got my booster shot.
Yeah!
Got my ass kicked.
We're Booster Brothers.
Yeah, dude, I don't even have a bruise, though.
I still have a bruise, and I got mine 2 Sundays ago. It's still, red. I'm older than you.
No redness. Just a really bad headache and a fucking fever, man.
Yeah, I'm older than you, though. My skin is thinner.
But that's the worst one that hit me. The first 2, no problem. I was like, ooh.
Oh, man. I was rough for about a day, but Ziggy, you're not boosted yet. You're not even eligible yet, are you?
I don't even three more months before I'm even eligible.
Yeah. We talked about that on the trip, I think. How was your week there, Zigzag?
Still shaking off the run to Connecticut for all the Roseblood festivities, you know what I mean? But I'm starting to finally feel like I'm back in the rhythm here. But, we're just ramping it up, getting ready for Christmas, buzzing around here. And, 9-year-old wants a computer and everything. Just doesn't care.
He doesn't want Xbox One?
I think I'm gonna
or whatever the new one is, Xbox One S.
Yeah, up your butt. He understands though. He's up on the supply and demand thing. He knows there's none to be had around here, so he knows he's probably not going to get that. But I mean, still paying off last year's fucking Christmas present for God's sake.
Yeah, you are. Well, and the Christmas present you got for yourself, I think, that you hardly ever use.
Well, it's in process. I can't use it for this, but this machine will be exclusively for broadcasting. So we should be all done with the, glitching out when there's nothing else on it but camera stuff.
Since you mentioned Roseblood, I forgot to show off my autograph poster from Roseblood. Back here in the background, it is framed and hung if Peter is in the house or any of the crew from there. I got that there, and then right next to it I got my Friday 7 with fresh autographs from Terry Kaiser and Kevin Spiritas. Really just need Kane on there. And the one time that I had that poster when Kane was around, I think was in Kansas City, and his line was just always, we had so much shit that we had to get in Kansas City. His line was too busy, and I didn't want to wait.
Sounds like we're going to be running across him in the summer, though. So.
I believe so. We'll see him again soon.
Yep.
So, let's, do you guys have any of your typical...
Oh, yes.
Death Curse!
Sports.
That's still, the end of that still cracks me up, where it's like, Death Curse! Sports. I love that. Anyway, Get into it, Ziggy.
Oh, yeah, well, we're back to normal. The Lions got hammered by the Denver Broncos. And, so 1-11-1. I think we're officially eliminated from the playoffs. So, Colonel, go ahead.
I don't want to fucking talk about it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I thought I'd give you guys an opportunity. All I'm doing here in the sports world is waiting for the New Year's Day bowl game So
Duarte's asking, no hockey? Well, yeah, I can talk Red Wings. We're up on the up and coming here a little bit, but better than they have been. That's all I can say. And Colonel can't talk on the hockey, or Crank either, for that
I
matter.
heard the Cincinnati Cyclones. That was a minor league team I could talk about.
Yeah, because that's what everybody wants to hear about.
Yeah.
I have no. Yeah, I don't keep up with hockey anymore. Sorry.
Hey, we had 25-year dynasty here with the Red Wings and 4 Stanley Cups and all that, but someday we'll be there again.
Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Nothing to do with horror. So let's move on. All right. We got Tyrone in the house. Tanya's here. Tommy's in there. Patricia's here. Duarte, as you mentioned a second ago. He does have a question though. Would Event Horizon be considered sci-fi horror or just sci-fi?
Stay tuned.
I think for purposes that we're discussing, it counts. Dave is here. Oh, hold on. What's he doing? Ultimate multitasker. Listening to MMA, watching football, and Monday Maniacs. Good Lord. Woo. How many screens do you have there?
All right. Yep. Dave, this one's for you because I think you missed it last week.
Good God. Andy's here. Ricardo. Excellent. From Puerto Rico. Welcome.
Hey, brother.
Welcome, Ricardo. Thank you for tuning in. Tommy's already sending me his list. We'll get to that in a little bit, man. We haven't even started list yet. We're just chatting right now. Dave says Colonel's mic is not working.
Mic check,
Yes.
1 2 2 2 1 2.
You do seem a bit muffled.
Yeah, you are a little muffled and slightly glitchy.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I can unplug it and plug it back in.
Give it a shot. I'll stall until you come
We'll
back.
cover it. Yep.
All right, Carrie's here. Carrie says, "Yay, you hung out with Bernie." Yes, we did. He was a very cool cat.
He's a cool cat for sure, man.
He was actually giving us, and we can't talk about it, but he was giving us too much information, and his handler was just like, whoa. That's not public yet. You can't talk about that.
He's got a job coming up, and it's all the handler would tell us that it's a cult property. That's all he would say. And because Bernie was, or Terry turned around, he was like, "What's that movie? What's that job we got where I'm the killer?" And he's like, "Hey, that's not public yet. We can't talk about that yet." So,
Well, when it is
So
public,
we-
you already ruined it for everybody.
how is it?
Well, unless it's something like, My Bloody Valentine or something like that. Everyone knows who the killer is in something like that.
Cult.
Most of the time. Our connection up in Cincinnati, our other connection in Cincinnati, Raymond, says Kane will be in Cincinnati and I have a VIP pass. That's right. I think that's what Ziggy was alluding to when he said we'd see him shortly.
Well, I know he was coming to Cincy, but I think he's coming somewhere else, if I'm not mistaken.
Again, we can't talk.
I know.
We can't talk about that either.
That's why I said over the summer.
I love having those secrets, man.
We're on the end, man. We're on the inside.
We're in the inside. We're in the end. Dan says, "Go Redbirds." Hell yeah, why not? Patricia, oh man. Crank, what about that Midnight Mass show? Bev is the best villain. I would love to talk about it, Patricia, but this is only a 2-hour show, and that would keep Colonel up way past his bedtime. Maybe we'll send Colonel to bed, and then you and I will stick around on here and just talk about Midnight Mass for another hour.
That's fine.
I doubt it, but it's a thought.
Good night.
Stacy Lynn's here. Kiara's here. She's been gaming, she says. And, a few more days till her birthday. Well, happy birthday, Stacy Lynn. Let us get you early on the birthday wishes. I got to put that together. Colonel, how's your audio going?
I don't know. I guess it's going as well as it usually does, or as bad as it usually does.
It's definitely lower.
It sounds all right now. Sounds a little bit better now. Let me do the sales pitch and some of that stuff. Luke says he's banned on Facebook again. I got to show this one. for making a comment about Joel Osteen. Back to YouTube for the time being. Well, I'm glad you have several outlets to be able to tune in, Luke. Yeah, good stuff. And why would they ban you for a comment about Joel Osteen? I mean, the guy was hoarding money in the walls of his bathroom. That
was stolen.
Cheap.
Don't forget that.
He stole money. Yeah. Fucking thieving prick.
That's why I say fucking tax him.
Right. And if you are going to tax them, make sure to get an X-ray machine and check out the walls. Find out what's hidden in there.
I'll give credit. That plumber is way more honest than I am, so I would have stole that shit. But I don't care.
What's this?
Oh, the lift is bad. Was he going to report his stolen money stolen? No.
It's one of those things, like when a drug dealer, when the customer gets scammed, you can't necessarily call the police. Say, hey, he took my money and he didn't give me the drug.
Yeah. Luke says because he called him a hypocrite and it was called an attack on religion. Therefore, 30-day ban. Man, that's harsh. Now, did you just call him a hypocrite or did you call him a fucking ass-rimming hypocrite or something like that? Because those two are different. They're about the same, but those two are different, and one will definitely get you into a banned territory, I think. You don't have to answer that question in public.
No, he's already fucking banned. You want to get him thrown off the other mediums he's on?
I hope not. Well, let me do the sales pitch and get that out of the way, and then we can move into the business. Thanks for watching Death Curse Society, folks. Hope you guys are having a great time. Follow us on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. And then, of course, hit that subscription bell on YouTube. Not that bell, even though I like that bell. This one. That's right. And once you are finished subscribing there, head on over to deathcursesociety.com, our official website. Check out all the things we got going on over there. We got a fan film database. We got short film database. We're going to be adding some more stuff to the website soon. It's just taking a little longer than we expected. And then head over to the join page, which I'm going to be talking about here in a minute, a little bit more. You can be a camp counselor, a crazy Ralph, or a final girl or guy. And you get all kinds of perks, including free t-shirts, which, for the final girls and guys, those t-shirts are going to be shipping out probably later this week. So watch your mailboxes. Hopefully they'll get there before Christmas, but with the Christmas slowdowns, who knows? And make sure to check out our store at deathcursesociety.com, where you can get all kinds of stuff, which we have added hoodies. The multi-requested hoodies are now available there. Listen to us on podcast, wherever you listen to those, and if you don't listen to or subscribe to Death Curse Society, yeah, all right, exactly.
I still want to change it where she says, "You'll burn in hell," but "you'll," and then cut out and be like, "Suck a dick," and then just get into it.
I can do that.
That can be done.
That'd be funny.
That could be a tweet.
Way long. That's a call.
By the way, when I jump in there with the laugh, with the demonic laugh, I'm trying to mimic Mike Tyson's Punch Out when the villains would knock you out, when the enemy, boxers.
It seems to work. Yeah. But like I mentioned, folks, we did add some hoodies to the shop. You can pick up the Monday Maniacs pullover, which is just a pullover sweatshirt. It's got Monday Maniacs logo on the back, DCS logo, or on Monday Maniacs on the front, DCS logo on the back. You can get that one. We've got the Zippered Hoodies. The rest of these are all Zippered Hoodies. Again, Monday Maniacs on the front, DCS on the back. And while I was putting these together, I thought, why the hell not? We got a ton of designs. Let's just throw a bunch on hoodies and some of our best-selling designs, see what hooks. Woo. So we got the Smiths Grove School of Driving is available as a Zippered hoodie. The Hearst Cruise is available as a hoodie. The Blood Boy exclusive Blue Skulls is available. I think it looks pretty good on the purple, too. That's why I stuck it on there.
Looks good on anything besides black.
Yeah. The I Heart Horror hoodie, the Jason Shadow hoodie, and then one you guys may not have seen yet, but we decided to adapt the Crystal Lake sign to Death Curse Society. We've got that available on a hoodie. That's also available on a t-shirt for camp counselors and Crazy Ralph's, where the front pocket, where a pocket would be anyway, says Death Curse Society, and then underneath it says camp counselor or Crazy Ralph. Final girls and guys, we're going to have to wait on those. That is not the t-shirt that's coming your way this time around. It will probably be the next one. But that's one that you'll be getting free down the road. So, but yeah, so we've been busy in there.
So any one of those designs,
I'd buy that for $1.
They're a little bit more than that, but you know,
yes,
I get what you're saying.
Yes,
I get what you're saying. Also, thank you to our members, our final girls and guys: Corey, Chris, Lorena, Christy, Luke, S. Michael, Patricia, Tanya, and Tyrone. Tanya and Tyrone, it looked like already picked up a couple of hoodies. Appreciate that. I noticed that right before the show. And then, of course, to our Crazy Ralphs, Angelo and Peter, and Raymond, Raymond, God damn it, I've been so busy the last couple of weeks, I had not had a chance to change this graphic for the show. And my apologies to you, so I'm going to mention your name quite a lot tonight. Raymond Suture, thank you. But yeah, he signed up a couple weeks ago, and we've been neglecting him, and I feel bad for that. I should. Well, I know. I did.
Well, let me give them their proper due.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And of course, to our camp counselors, Stacy, Lynn, Kiara, and Dave. Thank you all for helping support the society. So,
man,
I think that's all I got.
That's it, baby.
That's it. Yeah.
Have a good night.
But,
we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Bye. No. But yes, those T-shirts are. I think you guys are going to like those a lot. The Final Girls and Guys new freebie editions. Those came out looking a lot better than I thought they would. So,
Very nice.
I'm happy with them.
Well,
yeah.
Happy.
And hell, Ziggy already ordered his too.
Oh, the exclusives.
Yep.
Yeah,
because we have to pay for those. You guys, the Final Girls and Guys don't, but we have to pay for those.
I paid for it. That's how much I like the damn thing.
Yeah. Alrighty, Colonel. It looks like you are the first one on the list, and let's see.
That's bullshit.
I'm just saying, you're the thunder stealing prick this time around. It looks like so.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, people are talking about the hoodies in the the chat. So good job, good game. Thank you, folks. Zippered hoodies are the best. That's right.
Totally agree.
All right, so Colonel, your top 5. We're talking about top 5 in 1997. We're going to start with you tonight, sir. So
I know, but I fucking hate going first. I really do.
I would like to point out that the year 1997 was the year Chris Faze was born. So happy birthday to him in a way. Not really, but
it's not like the exact day. I mean,
no, but
old. But 97, man, that wasn't a bad year. I was what? 12, 13, 12 most of the year, 13 at the end. Life was complicated, I didn't know which to decide. Did I watch fucking Monday Night Raw? Did I watch Monday Nitro, man? Nitro was fun because NWO for life.
Dude, you did the first hour you did Nitro, then you switched over at 9 to see what the hubbub was, and if it was no good, you went back.
Exactly, that's what I did. I channel flipped from 9 to 10. Those complicated times, man. Those, the biggest decision I had to fucking make. Dave, Canadian Fashion is from 1997, so I love your Canadian tuxedo, buddy.
The Colonel's mic is from 1997.
No, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know what's wrong with it. Damn thing's not even a year old yet. But, 97, though, wasn't a bad year for horror either. Even though some of these, they're horror, but I don't know if we really consider them horror. So some of them kind of on the fence, especially with my number 5, The Devil's Advocate. Great fucking movie.
Okay.
You know, it kind of turned me not a Rolling Stones fan, but I really appreciated Painted Black a lot more after this movie. Charlize Theron, totally nude. That fucking helped too, not gonna lie. So unless they did a body double and just plastered her face on there, didn't know, didn't care. I was like, cuts and all, not bad. Like, kind of
Jesus.
Don't boo me. You thought the same damn thing, Zag, back in '97. And like I was 12. It didn't take much for me to be like, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves. Al Pacino playing a great devil, but not nearly as good as Robert De Niro, in my opinion.
Oh,
I liked him. I liked Robert De Niro in Angel Heart, man.
Yes, you're comparing him to Angel Heart is. That's a strong performance, dude.
They're both strong, but I would give the edge, I think, to Pacino, because it's just such an over-the-top character, and it's perfect.
That's a show right there.
De Niro's was so subtle and kind of constrained until the end.
That's what I'm seeing. Once he let it go, though, man, it was like, oh, that's wow. It was just
but
shocking.
Teacher on them.
I don't know. I'd have to argue with myself on that to see what I thought who would be the better.
Well, they were both good.
Yeah.
Wrong. I just thought De Niro played it better.
Hooah!
Hooah! Anyway, Dog Day Afternoon's a good movie too, but that's not 1997. Coming in at number 4. Yeah, I had to add some fucking cheesiness onto this fucking list because it was 1997. The 90s were fucking
you did.
shit. Jack
you
Frost.
did. Oh my god.
Yes. Has not aged well. Don't like it nearly as well as I did in 97. But it's a lot better than that fucking Michael Keaton movie. Well, I think everybody can agree to that.
I can agree with that.
Coming in at number 3. Like Crank. I'm about to ride somebody's dick. But I never ride his dick. I'm going to ride it tonight because this is, oddly enough, one of my favorite Stephen King adaptation movies.
Really?
Really, this is one of my favorites. The Night Flyer.
Wow.
Yes.
But why is this your favorite?
I don't know. I just really fucking like it. You got the, the fucking Inquirer, whatever those terrible newspapers were from the fucking 90s. Dude's chasing this vampire down, and I was so disappointed when he finally seen the vampire. But it was cool, man. He was chasing down from airport to fucking airport, and it's better than fucking the Langoliers, okay?
Oh, yeah.
See, I find common ground with you guys when you give me those fucking looks. Coming in at number 2. Should be number 1, but Duarte kind of mentioned this earlier. Is it horror? Is it sci-fi?
Oh, come on.
It's a damn good horror sci-fi film. Event Horizon. Not gonna lie, the first time I seen this movie, it actually made me scared. I felt scared at moments. That's saying something. Because even back then, I was starting to get a little desensitized to this shit. This one, like I said, should be my number 1, but the fact you can debate if it's horror or not, even though I think it is, drops it down to number 2.
Wow.
I know I'm not going to say too much because I know someone was going to gush all over that movie later. Honorable mentions. Mainly because I don't know.
Not me.
Again, a movie that was awesome in 97. Not so much in even 2002. Or 2007. Or 2017. Anaconda. Yeah, it was good when it came out. Not so much anymore. I don't know if you guys have rewatched it recently. But I did a few years ago. I'm like, this is fucking awful.
I'd say
the real Colonel fucking loved it.
The CGI hasn't held up as good as what you would hope.
I looked forward to do it for homework this week, but could not. I mean, I could have rented it, but I wasn't even gonna waste $4 on that one. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Save your fucking money, man. Next honorable mention. Again, horror, sci-fi. You tell me, I think that it's definitely more on the sci-fi side than some of the earlier entries. Mainly the first one, Alien Resurrection. Why are you laughing? It's fucking Alien Resurrection, okay?
It fits. It fits, man. I mean, this is the thing that we've had, debates about forever. Is the sci-fi horror, the Ghostbusters, is that horror? We had this debate a couple weeks ago. Yeah, we can have this debate all the fucking time, but it counts.
It counts. So don't laugh.
It counts.
Cocksucker.
I'm not. I'm just laughing because of the conversations that we've had over the years or over the months.
But like I said, it was a fun movie. This is like the first. This is like the first movie where it's like, okay, I recognize Ron Perlman. I was like, hey, that's that guy. And I fucking, if I think of Ron Perlman, I think of Alien Resurrection. I don't fucking know why. I mean, it's Sigourney Weaver playing fucking basketball. Brad Dourif was in as a fucking scientist. Yeah, that guy in the 90s that talked like this from The Crow and Three Musketeers. I don't know what fucking happened to him. That fucking Winona Ryder in it, man. Fucking Winona.
And Winona.
Yeah.
The cyborg.
You couldn't do better than 90s era Winona Ryder. You just couldn't.
No. Especially
she was
Bram Stoker's Dracula. Running
oh my lord.
Good lord.
She was adorable.
90s era Winona Ryder.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah. It cost more than that then. Maybe not now. And my last honorable mention, let's use that to segue away from that.
Damn.
I remember liking it, but I'll be honest, I have not seen this one since 97, so that's why I had to put an honorable mention. Mimic. Guillermo del Toro. Hold on.
Uh-oh, train!
Oh, yeah!
Woo!
Oh, wait.
That's right, I did it again. Yeah. I'm sure
Man,
you guys have a better memory of Mimic than I do, so I'm going to move to my number one. This isn't your number one. You gentlemen can eat a dick, because I'm sorry. This is
not my number one.
The best horror movie from 97.
No.
Wishmaster.
No.
Oh my, love this fucking movie. Still one of my more, as far as 90s horror goes, this is one of the ones I rewatch and rewatch and rewatch. It's fucking awesome.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's very dated.
In it. You got the big names in it. Cameos.
You do.
You got the big names. Fuck. Robert Englund, Kane Hodder, Tony Todd, fucking, drawing a blank fucking here on that. Ted Raimi. Okay?
Yep.
Fucking awesome. I love fucking Wishmaster.
No.
No, no. Yes. I mean, it's fun. I watched it again recently. It's a fun film. It had that style of like an old 80s movie, but it was made in the 90s, and that's one of the things that I found somewhat confusing about it in the 90s, but I like that about it now.
So it's a great movie. And like I said, Event Horizon, honestly, probably should be my number one, but I have too much love for the Wishmaster. I can't. That has to be number one.
Ziggy is all over the drops tonight. I can't.
It is.
Trying to keep this thing moving.
I can't even keep up with him.
When I saw him taking a beer shot there, it was time to
Which I'm gonna say, that one's already.
sit with the applause.
Nice list, Colonel. Nice list.
Thank you.
Let's see what the viewers have to say, though. Let's. Right. Tyrone says sounds like sound reduction is on your microphone. Have you checked the settings in there?
No, because usually I don't
On your
have to. Unless the little one fucked with it over the weekend and I didn't notice.
Or if there was an update, it may have reset some of the settings. So look into that if you want to.
I did have an update last week, so you guys want to just deal with it tonight. We're already fucking half an hour in. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Usually the sound reduction is something we do if there's something like a background noise or something in editing. It's not permanent, and we're recording.
Right. All right. Luke says the funniest part of Jack Frost. is the kid makes his dad cookies using antifreeze. Yeah. Damn. Dave says Anaconda is so bad it's almost good. I'll get to these lists here in just a minute. I'm not sure what Andy's talking about. 2 reasons, and he had something else earlier. I may have missed something here.
Andy?
Oh, Andy says 1997 is like around 3 years ago. Pretty sure. Okay. And then he says something like maybe 5 years. I'm no math expert, but still. Okay. I see. I think I see where he's kind of.
97 was cool because like the Red Wings did win their first Stanley Cup in 41 years. I'm just saying it was memorable and it was good. It was a good summer that year until our fucking main defenseman got wrecked in it because the limo driver left the party and crashed and fucked them all up. He never played again. Although we did win again the next year because of it. So yeah. All right, I digress. Go ahead.
No, keep going. Keep going. We all know that's what's more important. Go on.
What?
You got anything else to say about the Red Wings? Go ahead. One more thing.
One more thing.
No.
Okay. Calm down on the buttons. You guys are going crazy tonight. Dave says, when I think of Ron Perlman, I think, what a fucked up face.
No, I digress. I'm going way off for a face. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Me and my brother decided to watch fucking Vanilla Sky when it first came out. The only thing I ever remember of that movie is Tom Cruise sitting in the club, staring in the mirror. Dude's like, dude, fix your fucking face. Just come on. It's hilarious. I don't remember anything else about that movie.
There's not much else about that movie to remember, I don't think. I'm not even going to bother with that one. S. Michael, what the hell? Is that a movie quote?
Oh, jeez. What is it?
I don't really listen. It's probably a movie quote.
All right, Patricia. I'm not sure. Patricia says, great list, Colonel.
Thank you.
Kiara says, I've only seen Scream 2. I know what you did last summer in Devil's Advocate, writing down more recommendations.
Hey, that's
Prepare. No, not quite. No, definitely not. Not my top 3. Fuck you, Colonel. I know you're gonna make fun of my list a little bit, but fuck you.
Well, I do have a recommendation for Kiara.
I have no control over anything what's going on with that. This is I'm trying to get through the comments like the professional that I am.
It was related to a comment.
Tyrone says Wishmaster. Oh yes, great call, Colonel. Awesome list.
Thank you.
Andy says the 90s was kind of the 80s, but with worse fashion. See, the only thing that I caught in Wishmaster this time around that didn't really feel 80s. I mean, the music was 80s. The attire, the clothing was 80s, but the hair was more 90s. It wasn't as big as it was in the 80s, but it still had a little bit of that 80s, 90s flair in it. S. Michael says, excellent list. Dave likes Wishmaster. And Dave says, limo accidents in the sports updates. Yeah. No, that's not final. That's not funny.
Not funny. Not funny. Not fun.
S. Michael says, it's a Wishmaster meme based on the joke with the genie who cuts your legs off when you make that wish. Oh, okay. Yeah, so... Yeah. S. Michael says his wish would be, I want a dick that touches the ground. Alright, now I get it.
Fucking wish.
Sometime.
The sick fuck he was.
Yeah. Alright, and S. Michael says the best thing about Wishmaster is that he actually grants your wish. Just be careful what you wish for. Yeah, you gotta... He even says it in the movie. You gotta, word it correctly. Or watch how you word it. That's the most important thing when it comes to that. Alrighty. Let me hit a couple of these lists. Yeah. Tommy, this is the one I'm going with. So, Tommy clicked top 5. Number 5, Breeders. Number 4, Event Horizon. Number 3, Devil's Advocate. Number 2, Anaconda. Number 1, Wishmaster. And let's go Cheerleaders of the Detroit Lions. That must be his honorable mention, the Cheerleaders of the Detroit Lions.
Careful, though. I mean, they'll root you to score a touchdown and then mug you on the way out the tunnel, man. So,
But good list, Tommy. Good list.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, Patricia's got her list. Number 5, Tromeo and Juliet. Good call. Good call. Number 4, Jack Frost. Don't eat the yellow snow. That's right. Good advice. Number 3, Funny Games, the Austrian version, but I also like the U.S. version as well. Number 2, Wishmaster. And number 1, Devil's Advocate. Who doesn't love Al Pacino as the devil? Hooah! That's right. Honorable mentions Spawn, Snow White, A Tale of Terror, and The Relic. Nice.
Spawn was a good movie too, man, but I even had that fucking soundtrack. Jesus Christ. Talking about a movie that hasn't aged well before the CGI.
Yeah. Nice list, Patricia. S. Michael's list. The Relic at number 5. He says, cool creature. Number 4, Mimic with a great story. Number 3, Alien Resurrection. Hybrids sucked through a small hole into space, kicked ass. Number 2, I Know What You Did Last Summer. 2 reasons.
Oh, jeez.
I know. Honorable mentions, Event Horizon, Wishmaster, Scream 2, and number 1, Devil's Advocate. Dark themes, Craig T. Nelson as a villain, principal from Ferris Bueller beat to death, Pacino.
Eddie Barzoo.
Eddie Bazoo. Excellent list there, S. Michael.
Good list there, buddy.
If you're the one wanting to push all these fucking buttons.
I will push the button. Gonna wait for you assholes to stop talking.
Fucking wait.
It just disrupts the whole flow every time.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, man. Andy says, yeah, it's like Happy Days was supposed to be 50s, but it was shot in the 70s, so everyone had 70s hair. Yeah, that's kind of the way Wishmaster looked this last time around. Andy says, Funny Games is awesome. Both versions, yes. And Luke's got a list, but not in any order. Event Horizon, The Relic, Scream 2, The Lost Highway. Not exactly horror, but a good head trip movie. I disagree with you. I think it is horror. And Wishmaster.
Plus, it has Rammstein soundtrack.
Alrighty. So, who's next? Ziggy is next.
Oh, baby. Well,
baby.
He already read my list pretty much. I mean,
well, pretty much. You got one different one.
One different one, really? Now, out of all that?
Yep.
Which one is it?
You have two. You have two.
Yeah, just two. Okay.
Well, we're waiting.
God damn it, both of you out. God damn it!
See, he pushed that and made my list go away, so don't do that. Number 5. We already talked about it. Colonel mentioned that the CGI is horrible, but Anaconda, John Voight as a villain, I would have never bought it, but he is a fucking bastard in this movie, and it's really good. I mean, you really hate him, but you kind of respect his drive to go in there and get the snake. So I do like that movie. The story is better than the CGI. I mean, hands down. Number 4, yeah, man, what a great concept and a great story. Mimic. I mean, it does get a little silly and stuff, but I mean, the fact that the things are smart enough to look like humans and stuff, I thought that was really cool. Number 3, Colonel, 3, Wishmaster.
Well, then you can eat a dick.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Wishmaster. I always love the scene when the dude is like, "You want me to make a wish?" He goes, "I wish you'd leave." And he's walking away, going, "No, wait." As he's kind of, it's very clever, I mean. But then it does fall into its tropes, but it's entertaining. I love the first one, and then beyond that, I just Wishmaster can take a hike, in my opinion. Number 2,
after the first one.
After the first one,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
After the first one,
They're still fun.
They're fun, but
they're fun.
to me, it was retreaded every time. You know, I mean, that first concept, they just stuck with it and ran. You know,
Yeah, like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street.
but when you're
like every '90s franchise,
I guess when you have a fucking genie as the killer, what you're kind of typecast for what it's going to be. So, all right, I'll give it to you. Number 2, everybody's got this one high on the list. I do too. Al Pacino as Satan, the Devil's Advocate. I got a sneak preview. I got to go see, I called the radio station, won a bunch of dinner and a pass, and to go see this. And man, I was blown away by how, as a thriller drama kind of thing, it was still kind of had lots of horror elements to it, you know. And just again, when Colonel, the things he does, he fits the role. I could see him. It's hard, man. When you compare him to De Niro, boy, that is a good fucking debate right there. We need to have that.
That would be a good debate.
But the Devil's Advocate, number 2, baby. Honorable mentions: The Relic, cool monster in an art museum, and they can't, you know what I mean? It was good. I mean, it gets a little drag at some points, but it's still a good monster movie. Why not? I had to put it on the list because I think this was the last good one in the franchise. The first 2, Scream 1 and 2. Number 2, here it is, and they picked it up. I love the way it carried right close to the original and didn't take that first one too seriously. It was cool, man, how they incorporated it and let it continue. I dug it. It was good. Maybe not good to make the top 5, but definitely good to make the honorable mentions, as well as my next one, Alien Resurrection. Fun fact, I was working for a company in Farmington Hills, Michigan called Laser Mechanisms, who provided all the laser effects for that movie. Mr. Mike Close, the guy I worked with, and he got called. He had these ties down there. He knew everybody, and we're in the credits. You'll see it. Lasers provided by Laser Mechanisms. So there you go, a little fun fact. But just an honorable mention on this list, which takes us to number 1. It should be no secret. Event Horizon. Yes, it's a horror movie. It's a sci-fi movie, but damn, does it have some scary-ass, disturbing, heavy atmospheric moments in it. If you don't see it, you're crazy. And let me just show you. Something about the missing eyeballs and that when that happened to him, I hate it, man. It just really bothers me. It disturbs me. So I mean, that is horror.
All those characters when the eyeballs go missing just look messed up.
There's so much that looks good in that movie. I mean, I think it's horribly underrated, in my opinion. So there you go, my list.
All right. No, very nice there, Ziggy. We'll give you the prop.
Thank you.
Need to get into this because this just came up while you were going through there. Orlando says, "Hey guys, typing slow due to having a stroke on Tuesday last week, and on Thursday a surgical procedure to replace my defibrillator that's in my chest." Orlando, man, best wishes to you, man. Stay strong and keep relax for a little bit. You know, don't feel like you have to.
You are banned from watching any jump scare movies at this point. Just chill, brother. Go watch some nice comedies and relax, man. Find a beach somewhere and just chill for a minute, man. Get good. We need you here, buddy.
Yeah. And I love that. Our viewers are jumping in there to send him some love. Carrie from across the pond says, "Gentle hugs, Orlando." Dave from the northern icy continent says, "Orlando, thoughts are with you. Get better, man." Yeah, Patricia, hope you feel better soon. That's why this community is so good. We actually give a shit. Unlike some people. Not gonna name names, but yeah, definitely. Orlando, get some rest and get to feeling better real soon, man.
Yeah, man.
That's scary.
I know it is totally.
Yeah. And then mentioning, I think Luke had this on his list. Yeah. Carrie says The Lost Highway was very David Lynch. Absolutely. Luke also adds, I know what you did last summer. While a dumb plot and a stupid killer, it does have good cinematography, good atmosphere, but compared to its sequel, it's a masterpiece. Yeah. The sequels get worse and worse, absolutely. But yeah, we'll talk about I Know What You Did Last Summer here in a minute. I have a feeling.
Oh boy.
Oh, have to.
Yeah. Anyway, Orlando did put his top 5 together. Son of a bitch! Thunder stealing prick, you Orlando. Number 5, Cube. Number 4, Anaconda. Number 3, Alien Resurrection. Number 2, I Know What You Did Last Summer. And number 1, Scream 2.
Good.
All right.
No.
Very good list. And the thoughts are still coming in. Stacy Lynn says, rest up and praying for good vibes. Don't push yourself too much. That's from Stacy Lynn. That's right. S. Michael says, Orlando, you rock, brother. Get well soon. And Luke says, that's insane. Hope you feel better soon, Orlando. And yeah. And then Tyrone, just out of the blue, says, Billy Zane is a dick. Hashtag.
He is.
He really is.
I blame Billy Zane for Orlando's stroke. That fucking asshole.
Well, just the sight of him could cause that. So you may be right. I think maybe he should be charged with assault and possibly attempted murder over this. It's ridiculous.
Okay, now you're getting a little too. Now you're reaching.
Colonel, go ahead.
S. Michael's wish might have come true, just not for him.
Billy
Zane technically is a dick that touches the ground.
But bum. There we go. Thank you.
Oh wait, I could also, do the official one. I think. Still here.
It's on there somewhere.
There it is, Jeff.
Yeah, it's on there somewhere. I figured. All right, and Carrie had to follow up with hashtag Billy Zane is a twat. Dave, what the hell? We covered this like 3 months ago. What's the deal with Billy Zane? What did I miss?
Dave, I'll have to, one of these days, we'll have to pull up the video and rerun it for you.
Yeah.
Just basically, in a nutshell, we ran into Billy Zane at a convention, and he was a total cocksucker to us. I mean, just as big of a douche, A-lister, didn't want to be there, barely looked in the eye kind of experience for $80. That's what we got. So,
yeah.
So the fact you just called him an A-lister, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Well,
former A-lister, 37 year ago A-lister. Actually, that was 1997 when Titanic came out. So hey, it's very appropriate.
Oh, there you go.
I guess it could be. Yeah.
Should I tell you guys about the time I embarrassed my family when we went to the movies to see Titanic?
Sure.
Just kill some time because one list left and it's like not even 9 o'clock yet.
Go ahead, Colonel. The floor is yours.
Fuck it. So, for whatever reason, we go to the movies as a family. My mother's like, I want to see Titanic. So guess what? We go see Titanic. Bored out of my fucking mind, okay? Then the good shit starts to happen. I hit that fucking iceberg, right? So, now
the good shit?
That's some good shit, man. So now I'm sitting leaning up watching this. Like, okay. I'm chuckling. Shit's going bad. Man, when the dude falls and hits the propeller, and it's like, boom, quiet theater. I was like, fucking funny, man.
At 12 years old, 13 years old?
I've always been a weird fucker. I've been a weird fucker, man, my entire life. So
I wasn't.
I mean, also, I was the one when Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot came out. that laughed when the girl pulled the gun out of her fucking coochie and blew her brains out in the silent theater. I was like, oh. So yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Well, yeah. As you pointed out, I had some things to kill time with at the end of the night, so we'll get to that. But in case we happen to just rattle through these lists as quick as we have seemed to have tonight, yeah. But I'll go ahead and get into my top 5, and let's kick it off with the barn burner. Number 5. I Know What You Did Last Summer, you fucks. Look, here's the deal. I think this series of movies, or at least the first 2, were almost as responsible as the Scream franchise for revitalizing 90s horror. I know it was like the second pony to Scream, but a lot of people just, oh my God, Scream changed everything. Yeah, Scream changed everything, but then you had movies that came right after Scream, like I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend, those kind of movies that tweaked it just a little bit more. And that, even though it was part of the revitalization of horror in the late 90s, I think it also added to it. That's just me. And I thought this was a decent story. And taking a kid's movie idea, or a kid's, book from back then, and turning it into a horror movie worked. And it still does. I mean, shit, we've got the Fear Street group that had the movies come out recently. Those were based on books too. So, all right, feel free. I see the looks. Okay, Colonel raised his hand first. Go ahead.
This isn't even going to make fun of you for picking it. I just thought it was funny. You're like, it's just me, and it's like, obviously fucking so, because me and Zach didn't even put it on our list.
Right. I know, and I knew you guys wouldn't, but I knew I would.
I considered it. It's not even number 6 for me, though. This movie, to me, is...
That could be taken 2 ways, though, with that sound. Either you thought the movie was shit, or you really like Jennifer Love Hewitt.
I also do really like Jennifer Love Hewitt.
In the bathroom, just saying.
I don't have any problem with Jennifer Love Hewitt, but the movie's shit.
I really do like Jennifer Love Hewitt. I will admit it. Anything else to add on I Know What You Did Last Summer before you guys wipe your ass with it and we move on?
Well, what are you waiting for, huh? Just move to number 4. Let's go.
Thank you very much.
Do I have anything else to say on it?
No.
All right, good. All right, number 4 for me. Fuck you guys. This movie is not as good as you guys are saying it is. Event Horizon. It's not bad, but it's not. It's barely top 5 material. All right. Go ahead.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Counter argument at all besides Gene Wilder?
Just
Dude, I can't, because it's you, okay? I'm not shocked that it's number 4. And I don't mean that
it's you.
It's your day. Okay, like...
It's entertaining, it's scary, it's just a shame that there was a longer version of this, and they forced him to cut it down to 90 minutes. It was over 2 hours to begin. And now they say that all that cut footage is rotting away in a safe somewhere. They don't even know where the fuck it is, so we'll never see an extended proper cut of Event Horizon.
Right. That is a shame, and I wish that could be corrected, but
having said that, it's still entertaining and fun and really scary at times, man.
It's not. It is all those things, but just not quite to the pinnacle that a lot of people seem to put it at. That's just me. Because I think the following 3 movies on my list are much better films. Maybe not as scary, maybe not completely horror, but they're just much better films. Starting with David Lynch's Lost Highway. Holy shit, this movie is a freak-tastic fun time. You don't necessarily know what the hell you're getting into, and even when you're done with it, you don't know what you fucking got. But that's David Lynch's kind of filmmaking. And it's so open to debate and interpretation. And, that's one of the things I love about movies is the conversations that come after them or even during them, And that's one of the reasons why I've always liked David Lynch as a filmmaker. Number 2 for me, which I'm shocked did not make either of you guys' list, and I'm kind of pissed that Orlando beat me to it. You thunder-stealing prick, ya! No, but get better soon. Cube, man. How did you guys miss Cube? This was literally one of the greatest horror movies of the 90s, I think.
Dude, I'm just going to tell you right now, I missed Cube in 97, so I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
You should probably watch it.
Oh, you should watch this. This was one of those independent films that just kind of came out of nowhere and was like, holy shit. And then, really got its legs on, video rental and just exploded everywhere. And I fucking love this movie, man. It gets you from that first scene. Not going to get into it because somebody here hasn't fucking seen it. But this is a absolute must watch. And viewers, please back me up on that if you know what you're talking about here. Because that's all I got to ask.
Well, let me apologize to Crank. Sorry, I rented Wishmaster like 800 fucking times in 97 instead of renting Cube once, okay? I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. We can all get along. Honorable mentions for me. Scream 2. Yeah. Cool. Wes Craven. Yeah, it kind of almost had to make the list. I will go ahead and include it because it is a fun 80s, 90s movie. But Wishmaster. I watched it again recently and enjoyed it. It's not great, but I enjoyed it. And I actually watched this just a couple hours ago, and I'm glad Colonel and I have something to agree on here. The Night Flyer, I think, is one of those underrated Stephen King adaptations. Not the best.
I didn't say the best. I said one of the best.
Well, you said one of your favorites, I think you said.
It was one of my favorites.
Yeah. And I have a soft spot for Miguel Ferrer, the main actor in that, or however you say his last name, Ferrer. I have a soft spot for him because most of the time he plays the same kind of character, but is always with that aggressive, overly manly, overly macho, overly toxic masculinity kind of guy. But it works so well for him, and he just plays it perfectly. This movie is a little bit different, because he's not really. I mean, he goes through kind of a change in it. But I also love movies that explore journalism and the process of what a reporter goes through to get a story, because that has completely changed in the last 25 years. Now reporters are just hidden behind a fucking laptop and sending emails and text messages and getting stories. They're not chasing vampires in little airplanes across the country. Bad analogy, but you know what I mean. You had to drive to get the story back in the 90s. That was part of the deal. And I don't know. That may be part of it why I like this movie so much, because of my journalistic roots, and Miguel Ferrer. But I enjoy it. And number 1 for me should be no surprise, because I've already tried to defend it at least once. The Devil's Advocate. I'll say it. Pacino's version of the devil, although it's over the top and somewhat ridiculous, works so well because the entire movie is over the top and somewhat ridiculous. Everybody's acting is just, okay, you're giving me an 8 right now. I need an 11. You know, just kick it up a notch. Charlize Theron is so bad in this movie, but it works because the movie is just so over the top, emotionally and thematically over the top. So
accents come and go in that lot, but it's still a good movie.
and the accents alone are over the top and then gone, like you just said. But yeah,
it's good though. It's totally just kind of like, what are they going to do next? You know, what debauchery is coming next? You know, I mean, that's what I was sitting there when I was watching that. And I still, when it's on, you watch it. You know, you want to see it.
Oh yeah, no,
It was on TV.
The redhead smoking hot too. The sister and yeah.
Whew.
I would have won that elevator. Just saying.
Yeah, see ya, honey.
Crank, nice lift.
All right.
It was good.
I think we'll start here. Andy says, have you guys heard about the Titanic sequel, Titanic 2, The Rusting?
Wait.
I was waiting for you to do limits. As a matter of fact, he was.
Luke says, Titanic sucks. I never want to hear that song ever again as well.
Well, that music video we have on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, you ought to check out the music video we did. You might actually like that song again. It's a couple years old, but we used that song and we turned Friday the 13th Part 8 into basically a version of Titanic. If you watch the little short music video, it follows like the Titanic storyline almost, a little bit, but I think it's funny. And
follows the lyrics of the song better than.
Oh well, yeah, but I mean, it also goes through like the love story and then the disaster and then kind of the end. But you'll see if you watch it, Luke. Oh God. Patricia, Slacks' movie of the year.
It might be.
We were getting along so well, Patricia.
It'll be pretty high on the list. Just saying.
Oh my God, really?
That's coming up a couple weeks too. We got
to do that in 2 weeks.
I need that master list because I can't remember all the movies I watched.
Well, and it also includes movies that you may have seen that we didn't review. We got to include that this year.
Well, no, you're going to add Last Night in Soho and Antlers, and I can't speak for Zag, but I'm pretty sure I don't know one of us has seen either one of those movies.
Sure, Antlers.
You should.
It's not on demand yet. I thought it was.
It's not. We haven't reviewed it yet.
Oh no, right?
Because neither of you guys could get to see it. But, Luke says, I agree with that. I know what you did last summer revitalized horror. I mean, it wasn't the only thing, but it helped. Orlando says, you all are the best. Thanks, man. We appreciate you coming in. Did you guys review the Chucky season finale last week? No, we didn't. We ended up talking about Roseblood far too long, and never got into Chucky. But we can cover that here in just a little bit once we get through the list here in a second.
Have a little time tonight. We do. We
can talk about that. Luke says, I used to really like I Know What You Did Last Summer, but Scary Movie, the first one, ruined it for a long time. Especially, they turned the cold water on in the shower part. Okay. See, I can't stand the Scary Movie franchise. I can't take those. Those are just not for me.
I love the first two. I'm not gonna lie. By far the best. But.
I will say the first 15 minutes of the second one is some of the funniest horror satire I've ever seen, with James Woods redoing the Exorcist thing.
The Exorcist?
Fantastic.
That is pretty funny. But, yeah, overall, I can't get into those movies. I don't know why. Carrie, she says, sorry, have to say it. Jennifer Love, huge tits. Yeah, yes. Agree.
Yes, she does.
Glad
you said it.
Dave says, I know what you did last summer is definitely Demon taking a shit. All right, fine.
That's right. Great minds think alike.
Orlando says, I love that Sarah Michelle Gellar not only got slaughtered in I Know What You Did Last Summer, but she was butchered in Scream 2 later on. She's a good Scream queen. Yeah, she's not.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer too. So I mean, she's in the club.
She's part of that hierarchy.
Yeah,
for sure.
In the club.
Yeah, I mean, when she played Daphne in Scooby Doo, that's totally put her over the top.
yeah, all right.
Not gonna lie, my favorite role of hers is I can't remember the name of the movie, but her and that Selma Blair chick make out.
Cruel Intentions.
Cruel Intentions.
Yeah. Oh my god.
She is good in that too.
I fucking love that.
Well, not that scene, but necessarily. But I mean, she's a good actress in that. That's a good role for her.
I wasn't paying attention to the acting, buddy.
I'm aware. Fucking bunch of heathens I have to deal with. All right, Tyrone says, love the Burbs, the Chocolate Factory rules, and everyone knows what we did last summer. TC style, boy. I'm not exactly sure what any of that means.
TC stuff. Texas Chainsaw, I think, isn't it? No?
I have no idea. You'll have to translate that for me, Tyrone. Put it in, Southern Midwesterner Oklahoma speak, if you can. Oh, God, I asked for... No, that could be bad. S. Michael says, I feel dumber after watching David Lynch movies, like they're over my head. I think I need weed in my life.
I don't know if that'll help. It might.
They definitely require multiple viewings to really get into it, but yeah, I get it. Luke says, I feel like Saw took a lot of inspiration from Cube. Cube was one of the first, like, low budget, isolated in a single kind of room most of the time, horror stories that I had ever really seen, and that I remember anyway. And that it meant something to me when that movie came out, because at the time I was writing, and I'm writing these big wide open scenes, and I'm like, oh, you mean I can just shoot 2 or 3 people in an apartment, and I can make that scary too? I hadn't really wrapped myself around that very well. So that's one of the reasons why I like. Yeah, whatever. Patricia says, I've never seen Event Horizon. James says, never seen it.
Yeah, you need to see.
I think he's referring to Cube.
Yeah, Cube? I think he's referring to Cube, but both James and Patricia need to watch both of those particular movie. Dave says, Cube is a good mindfuck movie. Yes, it can be. And the character interactions alone are worth it. Carrie Yates, love him in Twin Peaks. Miguel Ferrer, yes. Albert is probably one of my favorite TV characters of all time. And yeah, there's just something about him in that is hysterical. Well, him. Orlando says, Charlize Theron did a great job when she was naked in Devil's Advocate. Kurt already touched on that. Yeah.
Totally ruining what I just said about that scene. Just now I'm thinking about considering what she's talking about during that scene.
Well,
dude, when Al Pacino describes it though, what happened, it's like, yeah, I'd say between a 1 being the normal run through at the Lomax house and 10 being the most debaucherous thing known to man, me and what's her face got it at about a 7.
Dave adds, a good journalistic movie was Nightcrawler, Driving Around for a Story. Yeah, I remember that one, I think. And that's probably one of the reasons why I always loved Night Stalker. Kolchak. Patricia, great list. Crank, thank you. S. Michael, Pride. It's my favorite sin. Hoo-ah! He doesn't really go hoo-ah in that very often. But.
Fucking the big stogie.
Andy says a good journalistic movie was California. I haven't seen that in a while. That's the Brad Pitt, Juliette Lewis. Is that right? If I remember. Uh-oh. S. Michael has a request. Humble request for Bang Your Head for the next horrific music video. Ooh.
Yes. I can make that work, I think.
That could be done.
At least a chorus or a verse or two.
Oh, that will that will definitely be.
I think I've
what?
How long have we been waiting for the last music video Zach was going to work on?
I do. I just don't know where to cut it, man. I don't know where to cut it. It's, I cut the song down to like a minute and a half, and it's still too much needed in it to make it work.
I haven't. I've forgotten what song he was working on. So that's how long ago.
It was Drowning Pool, Bodies.
Oh my God! Yeah, you've been talking about that.
Well, I haven't been because I realized how fucking it wasn't coming together like I'd hoped. So I kind of bailed on it for now. Well, you never know. We might get back to it. We might find new inspiration. But Bang Your Head definitely seems like an easier path for this kind of thing. We'll see. I'll look into it.
All right. Dave says Scary Movie 2 is so good. Yeah, all right. S. Michael says Chris Elliott's shriveled hand cracks me up every time in Scary Movie 2. I get it.
Mashed potatoes. Oh, my God.
Mashed potatoes. Like, fuck's the turkey, man?
Good God. James says best show of 97 was when Baby M took the NWO championship.
Begrudgingly. There you go. We're live.
There's Lorena. Woo! Not sure how long I can stay. Hope Andy's been behaving himself. Mostly.
We had to reprimand him once, but he's all right.
Yeah. Luke says, we hit a boot. Where's the foot? From Scary Movie, I guess.
Yes.
Andy says he's always behaving himself. Lorena says best thing to come out of 97 was C-Phase. We mentioned that earlier. We didn't say it quite so lovingly, but yeah.
That's a good comment, though.
That is a good comment. Dan's laughing at somebody. No telling who by now. Fucking right. So funny stirring the mashed potatoes.
That's fucked up, man. It'll ruin mashed potatoes for you.
Tyrone says, no, from the Burbs, clip from the Chocolate Factory, and we're talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer. I understand TC and all his posts. Took me a while to figure it out, but now I get it. TC.
Still lost. Well, I understand it now.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Click.
What?
Oh, Tommy Click.
Oh, TC, yes. Tommy Click, of course. Yes.
Okay.
I'm
gotcha.
Hey, there he is.
There's Peter. What's up, gents? Peter, hope you're doing well.
Congrats on the Lar Park Lincoln Award you received, sir.
Yeah, the Crystal Ball. Yeah, what was that award signifying, if you don't mind me asking? Because that was one thing I had a question about, and I just haven't gotten a chance to ask you about it. Andy says, yes, and David Duchovny. That's right. He was in California, too.
The Addict, right there. I remember that.
Yeah. California's a great movie. I haven't seen that in a while. I have to check that out again. Dan says, have to keep putting the work in, Ziggy.
Always. The non-stop struggle with these two.
Orlando says, sorry, but the talking parrot saying, Polly wants your mama's sweet ass to Sean Wayans in Scary Movie 2. It was hysterical.
It does have its moments. Like I said, man, that beginning, I was laughing in the aisles, crying when they were throwing up all over each other and everything. And they're almost breaking up laughing while they're shooting it, the puke's hitting them in the face.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Ray says, I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? There's a good De Niro line.
Yep.
Peter says thank you, and says the award is for the brightest future of an actor or director. Only 3 given in 25 years. Very cool, man. I wasn't exactly sure what that was all about, but congratulations.
It looked cool. I was like, wow, what the hell is that?
Yeah. And Ray says, I don't know why that popped in my head. Well, half the stuff that pops in our head during this show, we had no excuse for either. But that's why you're here, right? Because you never know what the hell we're going to say.
What are we going to say now?
Do we want to talk a little bit about Chucky, or do we want to, or
why don't you break the news? What's going down? You want to do that while people are here before they start bailing out?
What do you mean?
Yeah, well,
you mean the next couple of weeks?
The next couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
Tell them what's coming.
Next week, guys, there will not be an official Monday Maniacs because we are going to be doing our private members-only event. We're going to have Dave McCrae come in with us, and unfortunately, members only can be a part of this. It's going to be a live stream thing, but it'll be buried. We'll release it a couple days later, but members can jump in, join the comments, ask questions of Dave. We are going to sit back and watch and enjoy It's Me, Billy, and get some straight commentary from the writer-director himself, and then talk to him about the connections to Black Christmas and the 1974 Canadian classic, and all those combinations and all those parts. Colonel, sorry, you're just hearing this along with the crowd, but I just got the email right before we went on the air. But here's the thing: you guys can become a member for just a month for $3. We're gonna do like all the members, not just the final girls and guys this time around. We're gonna let all the members come in, and you can be part of it. So head over to deathcursesociety.com and get in there, sign up for a membership, and if you cancel it next month, that's fine. We don't care. But $3 a month,
it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Listen, if you were there,
all over again.
We did it before. We sat down with Vince DeSanti and watched the Never Hike Alone, Never Hike in the Snow, the whole thing. And it's like a live director's commentary with comments, questions direct to the director. It's fucking awesome, man. So,
and sometimes we'll even pause the movie and get into a scene.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's just so cool just to be able to have the guy. Oh yeah, right here. Look at this. And while we're going through it, it's great. If you were there for the other ones, you know how it is. And I love every time we get a chance to do these. They're fucking great. So not to be missed. And for $3, pretty fair fucking deal.
Yeah. It's less than renting a movie on your own most of the time.
Right. And you get the dirt. You get all the deep info, the deep cuts, the deep information from the he's a ball of energy too. Dave McCrae, nuts, man. But I'm sure it'll be super entertaining.
Well, that, and he's very detail oriented, and he loves that movie. So I love the fact that he's going to join us and talk about that, because there's a lot in that movie that I want to ask him about.
You know what sucks? That means I have to watch fucking Black Christmas.
Oh yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
That's your homework for the week, Colonel.
I like Black Christmas, man.
Most people do.
Feeling. It has that old horror movie 70s feel to it that I love. Not just because they're in the 70s and they dress that way, just the way it's shot and everything is. And then, of course, It's Me, Billy picks it right up, and it's captured just as beautifully. So this is going to be a good one, I think.
Yeah, I think it will be fun. Luke says, Crank, will it be on YouTube or just Facebook? Actually, it will just be on YouTube because YouTube allows us to limit how we distribute certain things. So it will just be a YouTube exclusive stream. It will be unlisted. Once we get it all set up, I will post a link to where it's going to be to the members. You'll be able to find that in the private members group that we have on Facebook, and then click on that at 7 o'clock and jump right in. Or, excuse me, 8-ish o'clock your time.
It's a good thing Tyrone is a member, because that fucker would probably hack his way in anyway. Seems he can find anything we put up there before we release it.
Yeah, he stumbles across some stuff. And then in 2 weeks, on December 20th, it looks like, right? No, that's next week. 2 weeks, the 27th, we'll be doing our best of 2021 top 10 movies, top 5 TV shows, top 3 fan films, top 3 conventions, and what else? Was that it? Yeah, I think so. And then top 3 maybe miscellaneous, whatever else.
Why don't we bring some of those down a little bit, like conventions? I've been to one. I can't give you 3.
Okay, then best convention of the year.
That's fair.
That's being fucking generous. So there's.
Well, technically, I've been to 4. I guess
I could probably do 3 fan films, but conventions, come on, guys.
Okay, well,
that's right.
Then your favorite convention, whatever, man.
That's cool. That's the first I heard about that, but it'll work.
We did conventions last year.
If we count Roseblood as a convention, then I've been to 4, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of, Luke says, Peter, put DCS in your next movie.
Yes.
Peter,
not
available.
Not a bad suggestion. Damn it, Luke, you're jumping ahead on me here. Nope, there we go. Luke says the intro of Scary Movie 2 is by far the best part of that movie for sure. Zigzag.
It is.
It's great.
All right. S. Michael says, watched The Reckoning on Shudder. Good throwback to the Hammer Witchfinder General days. Highly recommend slow burn goodness. I'll check that out.
Oh, slow burn. He just said Crank's 2 favorite fucking words.
I was like, he's not even going to respond.
Nope.
I was going to say, did he freeze? What happened?
No, I'm just going to look over that, so go fuck yourself. Andy says there was a band named Witchfinder General, probably with an umlaut in there somewhere.
That's the new wave of British heavy metal.
Okay. Thank you.
Andy, I'm with you, buddy. I got you, man.
Lorena says, crap, wonder if I can automate. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Really don't want to miss next week. Never Hike Alone, etc. was great. One of the best shows ever. Oh,
yeah, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that's what I mean. Just having the interaction with the guy who made the fucking thing, it puts a whole fucking different wrinkle on the thing, man.
Yeah.
The questions that organically come up, these are the ones you can't miss, and you're going to get the stuff he's not going to say everywhere else. So, and you can ask him anything.
Yeah. That's the best part. We will get to your questions, and you can pretty much directly ask a question of the director about this film or his film. Dave says, nice, can't wait. My last day at work is that Monday. A few drinky poos. You know what? we may have a few drinky poos as well that night. We'll see.
I'll have one.
Colonel says, nope. S. Michael says, I was a camp counselor for months before I could be a final guy. Best 10 cents a day I spent this year. Yeah, that's about, 10 cents a day. You know, you can almost sponsor a small African child for as much.
For 10 cents a day, you could be updated on the latest in the horror community. Wouldn't you like to know?
In the arms of... Can't do that.
Society today.
Orlando says, can I get a cocktail with that membership? Maybe if we meet you in person somewhere down the road, yeah.
Orlando, no cocktails, man. Not yet. Relax, dude.
Tyrone says, it's sweet. Thank you all for getting the commentaries. I got you. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what we're trying to do here. Do some different shit. Tanya Carson is here. Hey, studs.
Lady.
The fucking lady.
The fucking lady.
We'll be on in about an hour and a half or so.
Hour 15 or so.
We still fucked up to Poor Stud. It should have just been, hey, Stud, and Crank and Zag.
Thank you.
I don't know which one to push.
Andy says, Lorena, Colonel was having audio issues earlier, and we needed you to tell him, have you tried turning it off and back on again?
We did.
Lorena says, I'd have been happy to help Colonel, though I doubt that would have helped.
They kind of did. Unplugged it and plugged it back in.
Yeah, no. It helped a little bit.
No, it didn't. He's much quieter than usual.
Luke says, top 5 albums of the year. That's a different kind of show for us, but maybe these guys will do something for that.
Persona non grata in the streets now. The new Exodus. Fucking awesome.
Nope. Gojira Fortitude. And even Avatar.
There you go.
Too good. I'd have to think about that.
The new Exodus kills. It's awesome.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Ray says, I wish my cock had a tail. That's, again, whole different show. That's on the OnlyFans page that you got to subscribe to separately. Just kidding. We don't have an OnlyFans. Just kidding.
Oh, wait.
Dave says, also when Buddy in the wheelchair sucks his own dick, kind of funny. I think he's still talking about the scary movie films. So,
yeah.
Now, we got to talk about this because Luke mentioned this earlier, and I was like, God damn it, we're getting to that. Luke asked, who all is excited about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game? Remember, no lawsuit to tie the game down. You get to be the cook, hitchhiker, or Leatherface as a killer. Yeah, we are pretty pumped about that, especially these guys. Colonel, what do you think about this game?
I can't really give my thoughts yet. I want to see gameplay. Am I excited for it? Yes. People shitting on Gun Media for Friday the 13th? Yes. Gun Media's fault? Not completely. I have faith they can pull this off, but I really want to see gameplay before I really get too excited. So I'm curious what they're going to do. It's how are they going to do this?
Well, and they Wes Keltner has teased in a couple of his tweets about, and I think it's on the website even, about, you know, you'll be able to play with the family. So I'm thinking extended characters are coming back. Like, maybe even Chop Top might be a playable killer.
That would be cool. Nubbins. You can have Nubbins.
Nubbins?
Yeah. You know, and listen, fuck everybody that's giving Gun Media shit for the Friday the 13th. The game has bugs. Yes, we know. They did abandon it. They didn't really have a choice. They knew, they were told up front before it hit the wave, the public waves, that they were going to have to cease and desist. They were trying to get as much out as they could. But God damn it, is it not a fucking fun, entertaining tribute to a great franchise? And the details alone should be worth the price of admission. So I'm fucking tired of all these hardcore fucking gamers shitting on Friday the 13th, man. It's a great game. It has its problems. I think they got a new group with them, a United Kingdom group working with them, get this one developed. So there's not a lawsuit that's going to fuck this one up. They're not going to abandon it. Just like everyone just assumes that, oh, on to the next one. Fuck that one. We're done. And it's nothing like that, man. It's fucking
right.
Let them do their fucking thing, okay?
Here's what I can't wait for. I can't wait for them to pull fucking Leatherface from Dead by Daylight. Because fuck that game.
I don't think they can, though.
I don't think they will.
It's like the characters. They took out Stranger Things. They took out the maps. They were free to get. But the characters you purchased in Dead by Daylight, you still have them. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard they were still there, you know. So,
but the only thing that's not available anymore in Dead by Daylight because of the Stranger Things game that's coming out later or next year is they took the maps away, I think. The Stranger Things maps that you could play on. But if you bought those characters originally, you've still got those. Now, if you want to get them now, you can't buy them anymore.
Nope. But I don't think Leatherface is going to get plucked out of Dead by Daylight. I mean,
no.
I hope he does.
I'll be pissed too. I paid for it, man. I paid fucking $7 or some shit for that. So
it just means you wouldn't be able to buy him now, or like in a couple months, you wouldn't be able to buy him again. That doesn't mean that it's going to be taken off your server.
Well, we're very excited overall with Texas Chainsaw. I think we'll probably even be able to get some streams going again like we used to and have some fun with that.
As long as Colonel can get some nights off.
Right.
You're assuming I'm going to have enough free time to game at like 10 o'clock at night? No.
Well, maybe we'll do a special Monday night when you're on vacation or something and just do a game at night like the good old days. But I do think it's going to be a good game. I like the idea it's going to be asymmetrical again, just like Friday the 13th was. I don't know if it's going to be 7 versus 1 or 5 versus 3 like it is if it's the family. Who knows? But we're stoked about it, man. And we got a bunch of good horror and video games coming at us. Evil Dead, Texas Chainsaw, and even Sons of the Forest. Not really horror, but we're fucking stoked for it.
Oh. No, Ray brought up the Evil Dead game. Looks pretty cool. That's going to be a lot of fun. S. Michael says, I might have to dust off my PS4. I am hearing rumors that it's PS5 and the next-gen consoles and PC only, though.
There's no mention of PS4 on the TCM. I don't know about Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Evil Dead, I'm sure, is coming out for PS4. It better come out for PS4. Fuck, why do you make a game for a console people can't fucking get? That's just stupid. You know how many sales you're going to fucking lose?
I'm just saying.
I know.
Those are the rumors. Those are the rumors I'm hearing. Is it's going to be next gen consoles. So
they'll be selling themselves way short if they do cut PS4 out of any of them.
Well, fuck, man. I'm going to run out and kidnap some child and steal his fucking PS5 if that's what I have to do to get a fucking game on Texas Chainsaw or Evil Dead.
$800 in the marketplace. $800.
Or fuck, you think not having a PS5 or them being hard to find is going to keep me away from Sons of the Forest? Go fuck yourself. No, that's not happening. I will be up in that bitch.
I'll download that shit on PC before, if I can't find a PS5 before then, Ugh.
James says Texas Chainsaw is probably going to be like a great value brand, Dead by Daylight. You're talking to the wrong. You're talking to the wrong trio there.
Dead by Daylight is okay, but we just played it a little bit a week ago, and it's just as frustrating as it was. Man, I was the first motherfucker killed in all 3 matches we played.
Yeah, I never really could get into that game as much as I could Friday. And Ray, without even knowing, backs me up. He says I still play Friday the 13th game. Yeah, we did too.
Almost every day.
3 times a week. Tyrone talking about his hacking skills. Ain't no VPN strong enough to keep me away from the DCS.
All right.
Orlando says, I would want to be the hitchhiker in the Daisy Duke shorts, even though I wouldn't want to be put on a meat hook. Ooh. Yeah.
See, that's the potential stuff in that game now, putting people on hooks, smashing the shit out of somebody with a sledgehammer. This sounds fun.
Well, and also the potential of a, graphic Jessica Biel running around in those pants and that tank top.
Now, let's not discount what a chainsaw does to the human flesh, too. So we're going to need some good special effects in this. But, I mean, seeing all the kills that Friday the 13th gave us, I'm sure they're going to be just fine.
And Kane Hodder's doing the motion capture for this one as well, for Leatherface. So,
and I saw
Scout Tyler Compton is doing some of the, at least voice acting for one of the characters, maybe even more. Who knows?
This is fun. There's people getting involved with it. I mean, hell, they saw what Friday did. They know what they can potentially have. So let's get the best we can get.
They're jumping on it.
Yep.
Patricia says, it was taking the dogs out. Can't wait for the It's Me, Billy show. That is going to be a lot of fun. That's next week. The lady says, "You're right, Colonel. I don't get to give you special attention enough. Maybe you should come game with us, and I'll stud you all you want." Ooh, baby.
Oh yeah.
Look at it. One, that'll probably keep me away. I'm just messing with you. But no, I moved to first shift. I don't game. I can't game anymore.
Colonel will be saying this.
Sit on my pole right now, bitch.
That might be what he says. Damn. Luke says, "I think they can do more with it this time around, but I agree, need to see some gameplay too, but I think they did great with Friday the 13th. It wasn't all their faults with the issues either." No, it was not.
I will buy this game sight unseen. I don't need to see one more thing. I'm fine. I trust them, yeah.
Regardless. Well,
yeah.
If I can.
And I don't want to get into another fucking rant about what I already said. You know, I mean, people are a little bit hard on gun media, I think. You know,
no, fuck them people.
They just don't get it. You know, I mean, and there's still got assholes hanging on thinking there's going to be new content coming. Still!
Those people are idiots. They don't mean to be idiots, but those people are idiots.
There's going to be new content, guys!
Come on, guys, let me get that Savini, Jason. Come on, quick, come get. Oh, you guys, stop.
Oh my God, stop. That's enough of that shit. I don't want to think about that right now. FaZe says the PS4 is pushing 8 years old, boy. It's going to have to happen eventually. Exactly.
We know.
Well,
yep.
We can get a PS5. That's all I'm saying.
You can't get one. I would get one right now if I could. You can't.
I'm not paying over retail. Fuck that.
I'm not paying 1 penny over retail. Fuck that.
Dave says, "Don't worry, Crank. You'll be able to afford it when you go on tour with the Spice Girls." I'll be too busy with the Spice Girls if I go on tour with them. Then I'll be snorting cocaine off every single one of their asses. I guarantee you.
No.
You got your cocksucker, you son of a bitch!
I don't even like cocaine.
Spice wouldn't be down with that.
I don't even like cocaine. I just like the way it smells. All right. Luke says, "Dead by Daylight is okay, but I like Friday the 13th game better." Exactly.
I wouldn't say Dead by Daylight is okay. I hate that fucking game.
Ray says, "I do pretty well as Killer in Dead by Daylight. Bought Leatherface, and he sucks. Trapper is my guy." Leatherface's only thing is that the speed run that he does, like the rush. Doesn't he do that in Dead by Daylight? And the frantic chainsaw thing or whatever?
Right, and you got to kind of keep ditching left and right really fast circles to beat him.
Yeah.
If he swings that thing anywhere near you, you go down.
I will give them credit. Leatherface looks good in that game. A lot better than Michael Myers. He looks like the fucking Michael Myers mask you bought at Family Dollar.
Yep.
A $50 Michael, man. That's fucking awful. Awful.
Oof.
Michael Myers' wish.
Yeah. And Patricia says, "Don't have time to game. There needs to be more hours in a day." Agreed.
Yeah.
And then Ray throws his gamer tag up there if we want to game up with him. We may hit you up. We might hit you up, mate. All right. Anything else to add on Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
When we get more news on it, a release date perhaps, and confirmation on which systems, tune into the DCS and we'll let you know where it's going to be and when.
Oh, and we will be streaming that.
Yeah.
We will be streaming that. Maybe not right out of the gate, but
it got after 3 years of Friday the 13th, 4 years. I mean, it just got to be, didn't make sense to do streams on a 4-year-old game anymore. So that's why we
people still are, though, which is funny. I think there's a lot of channels that are still streaming it. Now, most of it is those, tournament or league players, which I don't fucking understand, but good for you guys. You guys, get yourself in a room where you can circle jerk each other and have a great time.
Guarantee they ain't doing no fucking death from above, bro.
No, they're not. That's a trademarked. And they didn't get 31 kills in one night either.
They did not. They can't.
Anyway. So somebody else also asked about Chucky. Yeah. What did you guys think of the season 1 and especially the season finale, Ziggy?
I'll be totally honest. As I was talking to someone earlier this week, Child's Play as a whole to me is a take it or leave it property. I think it's okay the first couple of films, but after that, I'm not into all the sequels that they did. I thought they were pretty dumb and cheesy. So yeah, I wasn't the huge Child's Play fan, but I was like, I was sitting home. It's Tuesday night. There's nothing else on. Let me give this Chucky a whirl and see what's going on. Mm-hmm. Whoa, man. Now, here's what happens when someone creates a property and they're given no restrictions. And they can do how they want to do it and set it up how they want and the whole plot and everything. It's fucking great. It's really good. I mean, all the way through it. This is must-see TV for horror fans of this kind of stuff. It's done so fucking well. And Brad Dourif has outdone himself as Chucky in this series, in my opinion. And the way they're tying in even the shittiest films of this series all come into play, it's all good, man, and it fits. And I can't wait for season 2. It ends with a kind of a cliffhanger, but man, it was entertaining start to finish. One clunker episode kind of right in the middle, just kind of a bridge episode, a lot of flashbacks and shit, but once we got past that, woo boy, it was good stuff. Good watching.
You said Brad Dourif, did well in this. I'll take you to another level there. What about Fiona Dourif acting as Brad in the 80s? And
her looking like him in the face really fucking helps that along, And again, this is Don Mancini. I'm sure he's thought this all the way through because he wanted to do some stuff instead of the Child's Play reboot, which has nothing to do, you'll be happy to know, with this series. And it's fucking great, man. They just did it just right. How you would want to see Chucky portrayed in the modern times. It's fucking great.
Well, I think this is a lot more what Mancini wanted to do with Child's Play, even in the 80s and the 90s.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, because he was no restrictions. He was given the freedom to do it how he wanted to, his vision all the way. And what is it? It's 8 episodes, so that's pretty like 4 fucking full movies right there. And they did it right, dude. I mean, it's good.
But there's a lot of personal stuff that Mancini includes in this because, of his, being gay, and the main character there are stories from Mancini's life kind of retold through Jake, I think. Yeah. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Told through Jake's character in this that are, almost spot on to the way they happened in Mancini's real life. So.
Yeah, but it's so interwoven perfectly that that it shouldn't bother you anyway. I mean, but it fits the fucking story. It doesn't. No, I'm not saying it bothers me. I know that. I'm just saying it's so good.
I'm just saying it's like you were saying. He was given the freedom to do what he kind of really wanted to do. But Colonel, jump in here.
Well, I tried, but you guys practically said everything I could say about the series, man. Like I said, it was really fucking good. I mean, I'm with Zag. I mean, other than the first 2 and maybe the third Child's Play movie, I don't really care for any of the other ones. I just really don't. Do I own them? Yes. Do I watch them? Fuck no. So God damn it, I'm gonna buy fucking season 1 of Chucky. I'll probably watch that shit again on Blu-ray. It's so fucking good.
Fantastic.
That was good TV, man, and it was perfect for the old school horror fans. But man, I watched it with my oldest. She dug it too. So it speaks to all these different generations because it's the characters are her age group. So she really liked it.
Yeah.
From that aspect, I mean, it's a good way to bridge that generation gap that we don't have too much nowadays.
You've never seen Chucky like this.
No.
So good.
And guys, us growing up as teenagers, when we did, even though, Zigzag and I have 10 years on you, Colonel, we weren't necessarily going through the same kind of shit that teenagers now are going through, especially when it comes to, gender identity and gender fluidity and shit like that. And, the worst that we had to worry about was, what's going to be in the oven or in the fridge for us to eat when we get home because our parents are still at work when we get home from school. That was about the worst thing that we had to worry about when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, there's a huge focus on bullying and being accepted as a gay person in the community. So, I mean, it's two biggest messages that are right there. And, you know,
that's a good thing, because I don't know about you guys. I'm sure it was when you were a kid. I remember when I was in middle school, if someone called you that for it, that was like fighting words.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad that finally, I will give this next generation credit for being so damn open-minded. It's like they're finally doing it right. Someone's finally doing it right. You know, it should be accepting of everybody. I mean,
well, I thought it was going to be a little heavy-handed on some of that stuff, especially the first episode. It's really heavy on the bullying stuff, you know, and it's like, okay. But, oh no, just give it a couple episodes and everything works out in its own way, and it's really, really good. I mean, I was looking forward to this. I haven't looked forward to episodic TV in a couple of years now. So, probably since Ash versus Evil Dead went, you know?
Well, besides What We Do in the Shadows, you know, this is the other one that I was looking forward to this year, and it fucking delivered.
Nothing
way more than I expected.
I wasn't looking forward to it.
Yeah,
and I love it. So.
Nothing like, you know. There's no humor to this. I mean, there is the funny humor that you would expect in a macabre way, you know, but it's not. Not like, you know, What We Do in the Shadows.
Well, the fact that the last episode they allowed him to go, you know, previously on fucking Chucky, you know, at the very beginning, I'm just like, damn, you know, that probably wouldn't have even happened 5 years ago, you know.
It's just done. It's just done right. I mean, I can't say it enough. I was completely surprised.
And one thing we didn't mention, I know we mentioned in the past, but we're not mentioning it now, especially in the final episode, the fucking gore.
Yeah.
Such good gore for like TV. I'm like, holy shit! Like when he's getting Tiffany's fucking cutting his head off and shit.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now I got to ask you guys before we wrap it up. Spoiler alert: Kyle's not dead. She can't be dead.
No.
There's no.
I don't think so.
I hope not.
If they're gonna fucking let Andy live, they better let Kyle live.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason why they didn't resolve it there. You know what I mean?
I mean, he was in the house when the house went up, supposedly. She was just going into the house, so she may have gotten blown back. Yeah.
We'll say.
And he probably dove out the window down there where he broke in to help out the kid.
I know what he did.
Surprisingly,
the fucking shutter where all the guns were. He's like, oh wait a minute, that's Halloween Kills. My bad.
Different movie. Yep. Let me hit a couple of these comments real quick. Back to the video games and Dead by Daylight. Ray says, "Yeah, I always hit a wall or something when I use the chainsaw run with Leatherface." Yeah, I would too, brother. Luke says, "I think it's good for more horror in gaming. Now that the gaming industry is almost just as strong financially, if not more, than the movie industry, maybe they find a way to intertwine the two." I mean, they've been doing
some companies,
yeah, they've been doing some not necessarily interactive movies stuff, but you know, I mean, shit, Resident Evil's been making movies for 20 years.
I was gonna say, I think Capcom has its own like studio division just for developing movies and stuff like that. You know, that's not affiliated with the games.
And then some games were like Ghostbusters, the video game that they just recently remastered and re-released last year or 2 years ago, was officially supposed to be like the official part 3 of Ghostbusters for a while until this last one came out. So I mean, there's ways to mix the two. I just don't know how much more intertwined you can get.
Hold on, there's a game. I know you guys probably haven't played this, but I'm with Luke. If you want to see a horror game that's intertwined where it feels like a fucking movie, you have to play it. I'm sure it's fucking cheap as hell now. Especially you, Crank. I think you'll enjoy it. Until Dawn. That game is fucking amazing.
I've heard about that one, but I haven't tried it yet.
I think you'll like it.
I'll look for it. And Ray wants to know if anyone plays Hunt Showdown. That game rules. So, I do not. I don't even know that one yet. Ray says, Chucky is awesome. Can't wait till season 2. Yeah, we're if you couldn't tell, we're excited for it.
Yeah.
And Day of the Dead is okay, not awesome, but okay. Ziggy, have you watched any of that yet? Because I have not been able to bring myself to yet.
I watched like a 14-minute kind of just middle of the action. They jumped in with during a zombie scene, and I thought okay, but it does look a little over the top, not great like you're saying. So, but I will get to it eventually. I will get to it.
It looked a little Z Nation-ish to me, so I have not watched it.
Nice. Patricia says, I wasn't into the Child's Play movies as much either, except for The Bride of Chucky. I love Jennifer Tilly. Who doesn't love Jennifer Tilly? I really enjoy the series. The kids are really great in it. I hope the kid who plays Jake goes on to do a lot more things in acting. I have a feeling he will. That kid's talented, man. He has just... There's a way that just subtly his face tells you everything you need to know about a scene before he even really gets into the scene, which I think that's part of acting. And it's not easy, but it's also not that difficult for some young actors out there. Oh, okay. Interesting. I had to do a little research here, but yeah. Orlando says, guess what I just became, guys? I'll be joining the event next week on YouTube. Woo! Welcome to the camp counselor ranks there, Orlando. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Orlando.
And Ray says, when Chucky started stabbing people's asses in the movie theater, that was great. I was cracking up. Yeah. I was worried about that at first. I was like, they're not going there, are they? Are they really going? And they went there.
They went there.
Oh, shit.
I think that's what's great about that series. They're not afraid to do anything. I mean, anybody is suspect in their major characters, side characters. You don't know who's going to get it. And it comes from every direction, man. It's really good.
Yeah. And Orlando says, Ray, I agree 100%. All right. Dave says, gotta fly. Later, dudes. Later, Dave. Have fun up in Canada.
Hey.
What's that all about? Luke says, Aunt Meg was a real bitch. Sometimes she is. Carrie says, love Until Dawn. Lady says, I played Until Dawn through twice. Awesome. Hunt Showdown is also a great multiplayer. I'm going to have to look up that Hunt Showdown.
Hunt Showdown.
Andy says, Fatal Frame was awesome. And Orlando says, you're welcome, guys. All right. I think that's going to wrap it up, folks. Oh. So, yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a fun show.
Yeah, we haven't done a list lately, really, like that. So, have we?
No, we hadn't.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. One last time, special thanks to our members, our final girls, Corey, Chris, Lorena, Christy, Luke, S. Michael, Patricia, Tanya, and Tyrone. And then, of course, also to our crazy Ralphs, Angelo, Peter, and Raymond. Thank you, Raymond. Up in Cincinnati, Raymond. And then our camp counselors, Stacy Lynn, Kiara, Dave, and Orlando. So, thank you guys. And don't forget to check out the store and check out some of the new hoodies that we have available for you over there. We got a selection of them. There's one pullover, and then most of the rest are zippers. But you'll find something there that I think you guys will like. And yeah, so Colonel, send them out for the night.
All right. Again, well, I was going to say, thanks for joining us. And for someone who's had one of these hoodies for a while now, as all three of us have, one of the few perks. But granted, it's harder for me to get one. Fucking of course.
You 4X fuck.
In the words of Al Pacino from Scarface, that's some good shit. It's high quality stuff, man. I'm telling you. These hoodies are fucking awesome. I wear mine all the time. All right. And you want to wear it. I mean, it's the winter months.
Oh, yeah.
Be careful. I mean, you be inside around people, so be careful. Don't get sick. Wash your dick. And don't smell like you with Steve. Use Summer's Eve.
Fuck you. How's that?
Yeah. All right. I love Scarface.
Yeah.
All right, Ziggy.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Also, we just keep giving and giving to the exclusive members here, people that are signed up. Guess what? We've got a brand new episode of the Zigzag Zone, a double feature. The second one we've done features a couple of good movies, Blood Feast from 1963 and John Carpenter's The Thing from 82. We mashed them up and broke them down, and they are just dripping with blood. And you exclusive members get it first. Look for it tomorrow, and then a week later or so, we'll get everyone else can get it. You got to wait, just the way it is. But it's good, man. It's a good episode. Turned out well, and that's probably the last Zigzag Zone for the year. So enjoy, and yeah, man. We will see you next week for Dave McCrae, baby.
That's right. You're not going to churn out like 4 more before the end of the year? What the hell's wrong with you, man?
I don't even have anything.
We're kind of relying on you.
Took me a while to get those two to match up properly. You know, I couldn't find things that synced well. It's killing me.
That's right. Like he just mentioned, next week we'll be doing the private members only live commentary of It's Me, Billy, with Dave McCrae. So don't forget to head over to deathcursesociety.com, sign up for a member. We don't care if you sign up for a member and then leave next month. That's fine. It's fine if you want to be a part of this. We prefer if you'd stick around for the year or the next 5 years, but it's whatever you're comfortable with.
That's right.
And then the week after that, on the 27th, we'll be talking about the best of 2021 in TV, movies, conventions, and miscellaneous. So, whatever, you know, we may pull up something else. Who knows? But
you never know.
You never know. For the Colonel. For the Colonel, for Zigzag, Red Crank saying DCS out, and we will catch you guys either next week or in 2 weeks. So,
Rock and roll!
Just in the middle of a dream, I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, 'cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. It was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say one more goddamn time.